All right, hang on. Let me get the on there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's not picking it up. Come on. Oh, you're there. Do I have to like bring it out of minimization? There we go. Okay, hallelujah. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, let's load her up. We are in the Royal Palace cellar stores, that is correct. Alright. We're back with Vaughn. Vaughn his little e-boy outfit. Let's go. So we're in the Royal Palace of Rabanastra. This is the cellars, so nothing too hardcore around here. I'm not seeing you around. Were you hired especially for the fete tonight? Then you should be waiting over by the stairs, down the corridor to the end. Very nice. It's kind of fascinating how different Final Fantasy is now compared to how it used to be. I guess that's the appeal of having a series set up the way they have it, where it's just it's pretty much just a different thing each time. They're just loosely connected. You see the parade for the new console? I had to work, missed the whole thing. Come to think of it, I missed Lady Ash's wedding parade too. Aw. But yeah, like to think that like, you know, if you went back just like 10 years before this game came out, you'd have like sprites and stuff on a 2D plane. No one goes to the upper floor until we give the order. Step out of line and you will be punished. Yep, that's Imperials for you. Hey, we don't need to threaten you because you're just here to do your jobs, but we're gonna threaten you anyway. Clean for the fete. Maybe there'll be some leftover treats? Alright, I don't think these guys have anything too special to say. You have shit for me to steal, though, which I appreciate. So I need to get past this guy. Wait here until I have further directions for you. What's he doing? Trying to go upstairs? Trying to go upstairs, ain't you? I know. You're hungry. I don't blame you. An empty stomach can make me want to crash the fete, too. No use trying to hide it. Look here, I'll help you out. Okay, so press square to call the guard. I'll handle him when he comes, and you make for the stairs. Get too close and he's liable to notice you. Let's give her a try.
Over here!
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's your chance, get going. Wow, this is incredible. Those helmets must not show much. Just no peripherals whatsoever. You ever wear one of those like old time helmets? If you try one, it's a little weird. It's like cause like you don't need that much space. You need like just your eyes like to be open to see right in front of you, but your peripherals are hard to get. Once in the palace, you'll find the signet tile. Give it to the sun's power, and it will light your path. Looks like I've got a signet to find. Okay, yeah, we need to find that signet, like that we see on the right, and shouting lets us lure men away. Take a look, see where we need to go. I don't want to accidentally trap myself, so we're gonna just explore a tiny bit. I want to go there. Gonna be right in front of this guy. Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Oh God. They changed how this is set up. This was different in the original version of the game. I don't see a signet down there.
Over here.
Flip it down this way. There we go. Open that path up. Yeah, this isn't really a stealth. This isn't really a stealth segment. It's more of a puzzle, which is fun. It's I like it. I like that Final Fantasy occasionally breaks up like the typical gameplay with stuff like this. I don't see a signet over there. Something over there, but I don't think we can access it. I feel like these Imperial guys are just like critically underpaid or something.
Hello? Over here!
Where'd this guy go? Like,
Hello?
can we get him to move? Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's coming for me. Oh, God. Oh, I boxed myself in. That's unfortunate. No, not quite. I don't need anything from here, so I can probably call these guys over. This is the line. Oh, no, wait. This is where we need to be. Let's use it. Alright, cool. That's lit up, and now we need to go over there. The light of the sun flows into the signet. The hidden way is lit. Excellent. I feel like one way you can determine whether or not a certain Final Fantasy game is the one you want to play is, like, how much of a completionist are you is a very good question to ask yourself. Just because a lot of the times... Hey, Buckethead! A good way to do that is, like, a good way to determine, like, whether or not Final Fantasy is a good pick for you is, like, how much time are you willing to spend on it, and, like, how desperately do you want to, like, hit the... How desperately would you want to get all, like, the ultimate abilities and things like that? Because I remember in, like, Final Fantasy X, they have, like, an ultimate weapon for every character, which is important because I think the characters get certain abilities based off of their, like, the weapons you give them. I think that's how that worked. I know that was definitely a thing in Final Fantasy IX. I'm not sure if 10 had that, but in 10 it was really important that you got certain aspects from those weapons, which was why it was cool when they gave you the ability to like mix and match bits and pieces of them. Hey, watch it. I guess it's not leaving me much choice. We're done with that little puzzle segment, and now we have to do something else. But in... What was it? In Final Fantasy X, they had a little thing where they were like... press that switch. They had a little thing where you had to do like a little mini game or something to try to get the ultimate weapon for each character, and usually it was associated with something that like had to do with them. Like I think Waka, if you wanted, Waka's this fucking water polo player. That's basically what Blitzball is. He basically he throws balls. He throws lots of balls at people, and what he does is, and like his ultimate weapon is a very deadly ball that he throws. And the funny thing about it is that, like, the funny thing about it is that you could, like, I think in order to get it, that you'd have to like get to the top of like the Blitzball tournament or do something Blitzball related. But there was one character, Lulu, who has her weapon's a doll for some reason, and she uses that to like fight. And then like I think the doll gives her some super special ability if you get like the ultimate one. But if you wanted to like unlock its power and make it as good as possible, you have to go fucking dodge lightning bolts like 100 times. You have to do something ridiculous where you have to bait out a lightning bolt and then dodge it like for such a long period of time that it was just a white. Oh my god, there's Fran.
Now then, I'll take that.
Where it's like this ridiculous absurd minigame that you have to do like perfectly for an extended period of time, and I remember a lot of people just going to pure agony over it. Anyway, these are Balthier and Fran. They're pretty radical. Fran's the fan service character who is important like twice, and Balthier's a cool dude, so I respect him.
Exit stage right.
See, he's got a wink and he makes theatrical references. Like,
I like it better that way.
what else? What more does he need to do to be an incredible character? Yeah, but I like Balthier. He's like a dramatic, self-absorbed son of a bitch, and he knows it, and I respect that. Or at least I respect it because he's on my side. If he was on the enemy side, I'd hate him with a burning passion. Garden stairs. Up we come. Someone's got the... Oh yeah. Oh, we got a cutscene. Full motion video, everybody. Yeah, there's a fight happening for some reason. The shirtless brigade is fighting off against the armored boys.
What's going on?
Well, that's not good.
The Efreet, eh? That's quite an entrance. Impeccable timing. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were waiting all along.
Yeah, this is a little weird.
Stop running!
This is kind of how the plot of Final Fantasy XII just kind of goes. Shit just kind of happens.
End of the line. You have something that belongs to me.
No, I stole this rock fair and square. That makes it my rock. I'm not giving it to you because that makes it your rock, and I don't like that.
Damn!
All this way!
Fran, let's move! Off with you.
Off the top rope, hot damn.
Let go of me!
Keep this up and I will. What's going on, Fran?
I don't know, it's not heating me.
Don't have time for this.
I'm slipping!
Not good.
Oh, this is not where we want to be. This is a bad place. I'd rather not dive straight head first into the war going on down there if I could help it.
What happened?
Oh, you
I hope
crashed.
it didn't just drop. It disappeared.
Ah, forget it. Even if we could fly, the Efreet's playing with fire, and I'd rather not get burned.
How did we
We'll
get
go
all the
the
way the fuck
old-fashioned
down
way.
here?
Not many Viera where you come from, thief.
It's Vaughn. Sorry.
Well, Fran is special in that she deigned to partner with a Hume.
Oh? Like a sky pirate that chooses to steal through the sewers.
Pirates? You're sky pirates? So you have an airship?
It's Balthier. Listen, thief, Vaughn, if you ever want to see your home again, you'll do exactly as I say. Myself, Fran, and you, we're working together now. Understood?
Okay. This works out.
Don't even think you're getting this.
The thought never crossed my mind.
Vaughn always wanted to be a Skyvateer, so... Hey, this works out. Alright, so now we've got a party of 3. Hell yeah. Save your current... Yep, you will not be able to leave this area easily. You may wish to save your game to a new file. Yeah, that's the cute little warning I mentioned last time. We'll save right there. Because like back in the palace, you could always go back down through the you could always go back down to the sewers. Ah, Vaughn, there's something I wanted to check before we set out. As I thought, you don't know much about gambits yet, do you? Listen carefully. I don't care to repeat myself. For each gambit, you can combine one action with a target for that action. Example, you can arrange that cure to be cast on an ally whose HP falls below 50%. Useful, that. Of course, one error of judgment, and you will find yourself throwing punches at that same ally. If you have a good head on your shoulders, it should come easily enough. I fear a more detailed explanation is in order. Gambit screen. I like how they didn't even bother to ask me if I already knew how to do this. Like they did with like a lot of other stuff. Create a gambit, you need only select an action and a target for that action. Here, let me show you. I'll start by changing the action to one of my yeah. So this is how you soft code your allies to do shit. Now whenever an ally gets hurt, I'll toss a potion his way. Charming, eh? Of course, that's a sure way to go through our stock of potions. So let's adjust the target to make sure things don't get out of hand. That's ally less than 70. Yeah, there you go. Now I'll only ever use potions when an ally's HP drops below 70%. That should be a little more bearable. Nothing to it, really. You can set a gambit's action to more or less any ability you have at your disposal. I gotcha. Targets aren't so simple. You'll have to pick up new ones at gambit shops. Yep. So, you fucking... It's the silliest thing. You can set the action to whatever actions you have available, and that's fine. But targets, you need to buy targeting parameters from shops. Gambit in the first, yeah, and the order they're in is always the priority, basically. In general, it's better to prioritize healing before attacking, vitality before violence, if you like. Oh, another thing. You can turn gambits off and on here from the gambit screen as well as from the battle menu. Of course, gambits won't do you much good if they're turned off. Still, discretion is often the better part of valor. If you need to beat a hasty retreat, try turning gambits off first. It's hard to fall back when your allies insist on picking a fight. Yeah, so you can turn all of your gambits off and on, and then you can turn like the individual ones off and on. You can also swap different sets. Yeah. You want to get comfortable with gambits first, though. Once you can feel it in your bones, you're ready. Well, that's the long and short of it. I'll set my gambits as they were before we started. Feel free to change them later if you like. We're like to come across new actions and targets, so don't be afraid to experiment with new gambit combinations. But don't put all your faith in any one combination. With each passing day, the world finds new and exciting ways to kill a man. Be flexible. If you find yourself up against beasts that don't take well to fire, create a gambit to cast fire on nearby foes. Likewise, should we face a creature that uses poison, a gambit to cast poison on poison allies might come in handy. A bit much to take in? Don't let it worry you. You're in good company. Yes, these sewers are thick with the bones of others who had similar difficulties. Let's be off then, shall we? So yeah, we've got Balthier and Fran. We've also got some fun corpses here. That's cool.
Insurgents. Most like they thought to take advantage of a lax watch at the palace while the fates on.
There we go.
To feed the good consul a length of steel for his supper. I should think Vane used to such hospitality. Clever. He used himself as the bait to draw them near, and then sent in the air brigade. A fine bloody banquet.
So Vane did that big show in front of the in front of everyone.
Waiting for us at the end of the night, it had best have a change of wardrobe.
Just went up to in front of the stage and just kind of swung his dick around in front of everybody. That was to bait people out into attacking him so that he could wipe them out with an airship. I see. Ooh, we got a map. You're seeing this fancy ass urn down here in the super sewers. Vaughn, party leader's target. What does Vaughn have going for him? He doesn't know cure. He doesn't know any of this shit. I think if you set ally any... and then set something like Phoenix down. I think that makes it so that it automatically triggers whenever they've got a certain effect on them. Yeah. Okay, so now Vaughn will automatically Phoenix down anyone that gets downed, which is pleasant. Any first aid? No. I don't really like first aid. Yeah, it's not very efficient. Generally, you want the healers to stick to healing. Oh, you need to unlock gambit slots through licenses too. It's kind of weird. Okay, Balthier. Okay, hang on. I actually made a list. Hang on. Let me. I'm closing the app I usually use to make this thing work. So that's why I'm not gonna be moving for a sec. Okay, Balthier is gonna be a monk. Yeah. Normally, Balthier's a machinist, so he normally he's a machinist, but the way his stats work makes him better for a monk. And Fran, we're gonna make her a red battle mage for right now. Yeah, we'll capitalize on our using magic for right now. We're gonna pick up some other magic users later, but for right now, she's gonna be a mage. You, as you can see, the boards are a little sparse, so you need to, later we'll get an opportunity to give them, like, one more spot. The healing. Have any? Oh yeah, that's all over here. So we'll maneuver over here, pick up some magic, and then maybe eventually we'll get over to where we want to be with like all that. Okay. Poles, we're gonna want to get Balthier poles soon. Balthier currently has a gun, and guns are okay, but they're not crazy good or anything. All right, this isn't gonna be like a perfect playthrough. I make mistakes on this sort of thing all the fucking time, but we're not really doing a bunch of like optional content in this game. We're just gonna try to get through like the main story. I want to try to get through this without grinding too much, just so that we can do it with like in a decent amount of time. Yeah, that's fine. We're just looting around a bit, taking a look-see. Remember, in the end, it's your numbers. It's like if you don't want to do optional content, you can just level up and just smash it out. Also, in this game, you can swap license boards, so if things don't work out, you can always fuck around with it until it does. This game's an RPG, which means it has a lot of systems, and a big part of being efficient is actually making. Oh, nice, Vaughn! Holy shit! But a big aspect of getting good is like learning how to use the system effectively, and that takes a lot of practice and time, especially since every RPG is a little different. So oftentimes when I'm playing a game through like the first 2 or 3 times, I'll mostly stick with trying to just figure it out on a basic level. Like, figuring it out on a basic level, and I'll usually look up a guide that explains a thing or two, because there's always some maniac who has the RPG completely figured out. Gonna call that person back after the stream. Like a really good example is Pathfinder. There's a Pathfinder RPG that came out not too long ago. Does Bran have... She has Cure, right? Yeah, she does. Very cool. We should set a gambit for that. Party leader's target nearest visible. We'll stick... Only has 2. Down, first aid. Be less than 50, we'll set Cure. Yeah, nearest visible usually works for fighting enemies, but sometimes you'll have specific fights where you want to prioritize. So generally, when that happens, you go for something a little bit more. Generally, when that happens, you go for something a little bit more specific, like only attack my targets or attack like the weakest foe or something like that. You'll get plenty of gambits this time. The gambit system has a lot of potential to get really complicated, so the game generally tries to make it. The game generally tries to make it a bit it tries to roll you in slowly. Like you just straight up can't make a complicated like gambit set right now because everyone only has like 2 slots, and then you have to unlock more through licenses and stuff. I try not to use it too much because you can always just tell your characters what to do like in the moment. But gambits are nice if you like miss something, because a lot can happen in a short period of time in this game. It's kind of like a what is it? It's kind of like an old school RPG in that sense, where sometimes like you'll run into situations where 3 enemies just cast spells at the same time, and you need to pause the game to figure out what the hell just happened and how you're supposed to respond. And all of your characters are doing things simultaneously, so like it's helpful to pause the combat once in a while just to figure out what you're gonna do next. Also, like an old school RPG, you spend most of the beginning just fighting by just attacking. Let's deal with this thing first, I guess. Why are all these creatures so violent? Is it the sewer gas? Is it bothering everything?
Yeah.
I had this one time where there was a place where I lived for a little while, and I've moved since then, but where I used to live, there was like this gas that kind of, for some reason, got kind of that like was just coming out and like just emerging and like into the air, and it didn't affect people so much, but it didn't really affect people, but it did affect birds, and apparently something about some stuff that was in the air caused birds to get like really like apparently it got them really high when they breathed the gas in. So because it was up in the air, like above ground level where the birds were, they would breathe it in, they would get like they would get unstable because they weren't in their normal state of mind, and then they would crash. So for like one summer, I remember biking around town and just like occasionally having to go past going past a bird that was just fucking dead because it fell onto it like crash landed into the sidewalk or something like that, and its neck was completely snapped. So I'd have to be careful not to step on it or like run it over with my bike or something, because like, you know, I thought it was gross then. It could get worse. But yeah, maybe the sewer gas is making everything violent down here in the Garamsith Waterway. That is what this place is called, right? Yeah. Fighting enemies, like, fighting a good amount of enemies in this area is good, because it'll... If you get Fran and Balthier to level up for, like, a good amount, they, oh, no, wait, no, that's if you pick them up later. Never mind. Never mind. There's like a thing in this game where it levels Balthier and Fran so that they're slightly above Vaughn. So if you want to get like Balthier and Fran to like really high level early, you can just have Vaughn just grind the fuck out on Giza Plains until he's like level 20 or something. So that by the time you pick up Balthier and Fran, they're like one level higher than Vaughn, so they'll be level 21 just right away instead of like they don't spawn at level 5. There's a lot of goofy stuff like that. I remember watching. I remember being really pissy whenever I would watch a walkthrough of or a playthrough of a game, and this was back when a lot of them didn't have any commentary over it. So someone would just cook up fraps. Someone would just bring up fraps and then like have just no commentary. They just play the game and then put the parts up on YouTube, which I would do to kind of like vicariously. Tetsu, that's a katana, hot damn. Don't have a bushi yet, but that could be useful later. Or it could be worth a lot if I sell it. But, what was I saying? Right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I would watch a playthrough, and then whenever I saw someone just like who had like grinded it out between two parts to the point where the game was kind of like pitifully easy later, I got a little annoyed. Just because I remember looking at that and being like, well, I mean, this isn't really what I wanted. I wanted to just kind of like vicariously watch you play the game instead of seeing you just kind of break it over your knee, because that just kind of that's just got me fucked up. That's one down.
Who would be next?
Close ranks, bring her down.
Jump down! Hurry!
She's not alone.
Our ranks grow by the hour.
And our troubles with them.
Balthier and Fran don't want anything to do with this shit. Attacking the guy with Protect on was probably a bad idea, but whatever. I'm not gonna lie, this game isn't exactly like difficult. It's only difficult if you're trying to deal with like optional content. Yeah, you'll notice that. Hang on. So like these guys take like 47 from a bow. Balthier does 51. So the way guns work in this game is that they actually don't do as much damage as other types of weapons. They just pierce armor really well. Or something about them makes it so that they bypass defenses. So like a bow would do more raw damage than a gun does, but against certain enemies a gun's preferable.
I'm Vaughn. And this is Balthier, and hey!
Balthier's like,
What's your
come
name?
on.
Amalia.
Amalia, huh? Nice to meet you.
There were others with me. I'm sorry. No.
Weird dialogue.
Huh?
Oh, now isn't that impressive?
Don't get any ideas. I said it's mine.
I'm afraid the jury's still out on that one.
You stole that?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Have you finished? When the guards don't report in, they'll come looking for us.
If they aren't already.
You should come with us. Better than
Bet
being
your
by
ass I
yourself.
stole this. Because I'm the coolest.
Very well.
What's wrong with her?
You have a lot to learn before we even get started on your thievery.
What's that mean?
Bond's just got like minimum. Just there's like it's like a phone dial tone going on in his brain at all times. I swear.
The situation requires I accept such help as I find, though it be from thieves. I shall accompany you until we find my companions, no longer.
Let's think of her as a guest then. Unlike Fran or myself, our guest probably won't be taking orders from anyone anytime soon, and she'll leave when she pleases. So we keep to our affairs and she to hers. I doubt we'll find her wanting in valor, being such an upstanding member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
Yep. So there's a guest
Well,
system in this
what
game.
are we
So
waiting for?
there's like a fixed roster of like 6 characters that make up your actual party. Guests are just kind of they're people that just kind of stick around. So you can see your HP and their MP, but you can't give them any directions. They usually have like their own effects and like they have their own gambit set up, so it's not like they're useless or stupid, but they'll sometimes have a little. Sometimes they'll do something not so smart, but just think of them as like they're just there to give you a little bit of help on the side. The maximum party members you can have is still only 3. It's like 3 plus 1 guest sometimes. That's a lot of goo. I always liked how the flans in this game were actually like literally look like actual flans. Like they've got the fucking like they've got the little caramelized like little top thing going on. We're gonna modify Fran's game quick. We're gonna make her cast fire like just as much as possible because these guys are weak to in classic Final Fantasy slime logic. They're very resistant to melee attacks, but they don't take to magic very well. Yeah, Vaughn's not doing shit to these guys. Can we get ninja blades with Vaughn anytime soon? That's gonna be a while. Alright. Aimless, relatively. Oh, one thing that's really funny about this game that I learned as I was doing a little research to figure out what classes to put on everyone, is that like there's not really a whole lot of difference between their stats, but generally the female characters lean more towards magical stats, whereas the male characters lean more towards physical stats. Oh yeah, this is kind of cute. They do a little victory dance. Whenever you finish up, congratulations. They do a little victory dance whenever you beat an enemy. That's like particularly important. And then some of the characters have unique animations depending on what weapon that they have. So I think Vaughn's got a special one for daggers and swords, like single-handed swords, and you saw the Fran had one with a bow. But anyway, what I was about to say earlier is that there are certain, like, slight differences that cause characters to be more different than you'd expect. And one of them is animation speed. Apparently, Fran and Balthier, despite Fran starting with a... I don't know if it's Fran or Fran. We're going with Fran. Despite Fran starting with a... starting with a bow and Balthier starting with a gun, they're actually the slower... They actually have slower animations for those weapons than some of the other characters do, so it's actually not recommended to give those to them. Other than that, yeah. Generally, the women get magic and the boys get big armor and swords. The exception to this being Vaughn. Vaughn apparently just has incredible stats all around, and, like, is just tuned so that he just excels at everything, which I guess is, you know, it's just protagonist privilege, I guess. One thing that's fun to note in this game, so you see how Vaughn's name is red here. That means he's being targeted by an enemy and can't be swapped out of the party. And the way the game determines if your party member's like in combat and can't swap out is whether they are being targeted by an enemy. So you can actually a lot of the times if they're not being pressured, you can swap your mages out if you feel like it. Ron's nearly out of magic. Okay, Amalia. Okay. See it? I see what you're doing. There's a lot of damage too. Balthier's got the dumbest fucking gun shooting animation in this game. Like, look at that. He holds the gun like in this like nonchalant pose, and then he shoots it one-handed. It makes it look like it barely weighs anything. And what the Shikari is supposed to be good at is dodging. I'm not sure how that works out. I don't know if that's like an armor thing or if that's like a stats thing. A bow gun. Oh, a crossbow. Okay, hang on. No, it's maces that red battle mages use in this game for some fucking reason. Despite it being in every other Final Fantasy, the critical like red mage weapon was always rapiers, like stabbing swords, and in this game it's just maces for some reason. I guess it's because they made all the weapons before they made the classes, so they just kind of figured it out. Okay, Vaughn. Guess that's the advantage of the dagger. You can attack a lot with it. Okay, calm down, Mr. Ghost. Already checked out over there. Let's see if there's anything over here. I want to scrounge up any guild that I can find so that I can rapidly get all the equipment I need to start characters on whatever classes I dump them in. It takes a little while to get the full party in this game, so you kind of have to roll shit out slowly over time. I like how in every game I've ever played with an action economy, like Heist is always really, really good and Slow is always really fucking bad, because it just makes them better slash worse in general. A longsword, no one's using that, hilariously enough. Used to give like everybody swords, but now not so much. Okay, there's a boss coming up, I think. Or I think we're coming up to the end of the dungeon. May not be able to leave this area so easily. Been like that for the past, like, 5 save crystals. Come on. Get me in there. I forgot to tweet. Ah, well. I'm working out a lot this weekend. I'm kind of stiff. We've got a hot boy as our first boss in the game. Or our first main boss. Technically our first boss was that airship thing at the tutorial, but, you know, it doesn't really count. This is our first boss with, like, its own health bar. Yeah, that. What you got for me, buddy? A potion. Cool. Ouch. The bosses in this game generally have like a handful of special abilities. Oh, the thing's out of Sit to Steal, so Vaughn can just attack them. Yeah, so this is a special ability. That's common. Antidote. Antidote for Vaughn. Okay, we should be okay. Yeah, we got 2 healers. We'll be fine. So yeah, Fire main special ability is Brush Fire, which is a fire-based attack that poisons. That's a lot of damage. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We'll be fine. Oh, teleportated. It's bushing again. Oh god. Oh, that didn't do that much. Okay. Yeah, they give you like a shit ton of items like in the lead up to this fight, so it's not too hard. Admittedly, like this is kind of before the game gets really serious. Like they don't really have a lot of mechanics yet, so it's kind of natural that the first boss isn't that complicated or hard. It kind of makes sense that Final Fantasy XIV picks up a lot from this game, because this game was very MMO-like. You kind of have a tank. You generally, like, the way you balance out all the party members feels a lot like an MMO, because it's real-time. And, like, when you target an enemy for attack, your character is automatically attack, like, over time, just like in World of Warcraft. Man, I am just hankering so bad for another, like, single-player Final Fantasy game. I'm really curious when 16's gonna come out. Oh, we're surrounded. They've got bow guns. There's Vayne from League of Legends. And we're in jail.
They think me some common thief.
Better than a common assassin.
Can't believe I'm being
people have done
arrested
nothing.
for
Release
stealing.
them.
I thought I was
Don't
gonna get
interrupt
arrested
me.
for
I'm
terrorism.
thinking. Wait!
Where'd
You
you
didn't
think
know
you
what he
were
was
going?
doing. You have to let him go. You have to.
There's
Penelo.
Penelo.
Sorry. That dinner will have to wait.
I told you.
That's enough.
Ah,
And
Hold on to this for me, would you? Just until I bring Vaughn back.
On your feet. You, over here.
All right, all right.
oh, that's why people ship Balthier and Penelo.
It's
Okay.
Balthier, my brother.
What does that philanderer think he's doing? I was to kill Balthier, not those addle-pated Imperials.
Yeah, if you ever wonder why Balthier's in this game, he's basically like he's like a more theatrical Han Solo. Basically, there's people hunting him down and such too. Everywhere he goes, there's like a bounty on him, and someone's just like trying to get him, and he's like, "Ah, you're finally trying to call in that bounty, huh? Long time no see." And they're like, "Shut the fuck up, you fucking stealer, you thief." Oh yeah, this is Rex, by the way. If you ever wonder what actually happened to him,
Galbana lilies. Remember?
as it turns out, Captain
You always
Bosch
said how they
stabbing him
smelled
through
nice,
the
and how
midsection
pretty they were.
didn't like kill him outright, but it looks like it did paralyze him
The king.
pretty bad.
Did you? Were you really a part of it? Even if you were, Captain Bosch must have tricked you into it.
And he's like catatonic or something, and then he just fucking dematerialized into stardust. Yeah, I thought of this as like a flashback to show you like how Vaughn and Rex are like connected, as opposed to like I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be more symbolic than that. But yeah, that's how Vaughn's tangentially related to the plot so far. He's the brother of the guy that Bosch fucking skewered on the night the king got assassinated. I hope this doesn't come across as too condescending when I explain the plot like this, because it's just I'm just trying to explain it like as I come around to understanding it, because it's been a while. And I don't know if this is like super obvious and it is boring any of you.
Where are we?
Prison, where else? Or a
We're
dungeon,
in
but it's really all
jail.
the same.
Final Fantasy XII got one sequel, and I think it was called Revenant Wings or something like that. And I was really bummed out because even though I was curious what happened with the characters after like the conclusion of the first game,
It's just
it
a
like
corpse. Jump at every little thing down here, and you'll wear yourself out.
Revenant Wings had a really weird combat system that I could not like get my head around, and it just wasn't the type of game I wanted. So I never really went through it.
The first they've thrown down here.
Where's Fran?
She's off trying to find us a way out. Remember what curiosity killed? Just a friendly word of advice.
But satisfaction brought it back, Balthier.
This is all the water we've got. I'd save your strength if I were you.
Not listening. We're in Nalbina dungeons. You remember you remember that town that was getting turbo fucked by the Empire in like the beginning of the game? Yeah, this is under that, I think. A knot of rust. Oh yeah, that's a thing you can throw to do damage. Oh, these guys have numbers. Water. Dalmascan boy. God damn, look at the collar they put on this man. I once fought at this fortress to save the king of Dalmasca. It's true. Seems an age ago now, down here. How come we didn't get collared like this? The man you came here with had a familiar look to him. Might be I saw him somewhere. Might be a wanted man. In fact, I think that's it. You were a bandit. No, a sky pirate he was. Seem to remember a hefty sum on his head. Oh boy. Gate. There's plenty of folks down here wanting to do that. Never heard of anyone succeeding, though. Classic setup. We're in some horrible fucking super dungeon because we just got captured by the bad guys and now we must escape. Thrilling. I love this trope. Like, unironically, I'm not being sarcastic. Stockade, hell yeah. I don't think there's too much to grab around here. I'm not too certain. That is a messed up bed. Now that's efficiency of resources. Instead of like blowing up the fortress, they just repurposed it as a jail. I like how I'm grabbing knots of rust because like I know I'm gonna use them later, but like in game, like in context, it seems just like I'm just assuming Vaughn just kind of has an interest in picking up random bits of rusted metal just right now. Just right now, though. Not later. I've just decided that he wants to do that. So I got the bathroom tile ceilings, I see. There's a helicopter flying above my apartment. Oh dear. Is that from the helicopter? God damn.
No, don't!
Are they hired to do this, or is this just for fun? Oh no, they're prisoners too. They just do this for giggles, I see.
He was defenseless.
What? Oh no. Why they give these guys like these little leather socks to put their little head tentacles on? And that's a little weird.
Something stinks in here, all right. I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty.
He does Balthier have metal on his boots?
I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks. Hear me now? You all right, Vaughn?
A little bruised. Alright, so this is an unarmed fight. Fun fact, when I originally looked at the equipment screen here and it said unarmed, I was like, they cut my arms off? They can't be right, I still got them. Remember, I played this game when I was pretty young. Alright, those knots of rust are for this. You can throw them and they do a little bit more damage than you punching. They're also like instant. You guys have glass jaws. Vaughn doesn't even look like he punched that hard. These guys have sticks, but they aren't doing nearly as much damage as Vaughn and Balthier are. Why does that guy get protect? What a ripoff. Who thought this was okay? Balthier's got the dumbest stance. Like, that's not a fist fighting stance.
Huh?
That's a fresh one, that.
Not faces I'd seen before.
Oh, are we fist fighting them now? I don't think I'm ready. I think it's a judge. The guy with the little... the guy that these guys are all escorting? Yeah, him. With a really fancy helmet. Nothing doing here, buddy. Everything's orderly.
Great. They just don't give up, do they?
Don't be rude. He's got more authority than you ever will.
Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Wait, I don't think her feet are supposed to look like that down there. I think she's clipping into the ground.
Through the oubliette. There's a way out.
The oubliette?
Only you sense the mist. Then we'll need weapons.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon.
Bagamnon?
By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
No, that's a judge. Ooh.
A judge.
Judge?
The other guy was just an
The
officer, I guess.
self-proclaimed guardians of law and order in Arcadia.
Yeah, I always thought these guys looked sick as hell. I'm starting to realize though that maybe there are more comparisons to Star Wars than I originally thought with this game.
They're more executioners than judges. Not
because the judges are basically like Darths, aren't they? Pretty much. Like they're extremely powerful. They've got all the spooky armor, kind of like Darth Vader did.
The Emperor is willing to overlook race for his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect will receive none in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct?
I wish real judges were this cool. At the very least, I wish they wore ceremonial armor. That'd be cool. Could you imagine, like you've got like a criminal hearing, and the person behind the stadium, the podium looks like this.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find
Don't want to go to jail? I'll execute you myself.
Time for the hare to follow the fox.
Huh?
The magics binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
Oh yeah, the Vieira are also like super strong apparently, kind of.
I was going deeper into this
What's
place.
wrong? You don't trust her. Vieira's noses are sharp. If she says there's a way out, there's a way out.
Give him some credit. He met you guys like yesterday. No, not he met you guys like yesterday, and you've already all been to jail. Like it's a bad track record.
Look.
Ah, the prison repository of wrested relics and raiments.
Stuff.
So our things are in here?
That's what I said.
Yes. No, very different. Yes, we're equipped now, not like before. Okay, back in action. This game does have really long periods of time where you can't go to a shop or anything like that. Leaper's really special. It gives you additional enemy target and information, which more importantly tells you when when an enemy is weak to something. And one of the main things you want to pay attention to when picking like licensed boards for characters is the lore stuff, because lore just straight up makes them better, and that's kind of what you mainly look for when it comes to picking up like a very physically focused class. Okay, doing good so far. Getting a little progress on the board, that's good. That's what we want. Oh, okay. What was causing those doors to close? Was that automatic? God, he looks so fucking cool with the cape. I always loved like I always loved fully decked out dudes in armor with like capes. I always thought that looked rad as hell. Like capes are like those little like skirts, you know. I always thought the Imperials in this game looked really cool.
Chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
Even if their armor's a little over segmented. Oh. Guess we're being very stealthy right now. Balthier's firing a fucking gun indoors. Oh no, never mind, that did alert all of them. Okay, let's go. Oh, I thought these guys looked really cool too, the marksmen. I don't know, something about seeing a fully armored guy in with a gun just really looks neat to me. I need to get Vaughn a new knife. That was a critical attack. And one thing about gambits I'm starting to notice is that like if someone's in the process of one action, it doesn't interrupt them with another, which was why it took Fran so long to hit Vaughn with a cure. Oh, another fun fact. This game, the treasure chests, I think they're actually on a loot table, so it's not fixed what's in them. They just kind of incrementally gain additional. They just kind of incrementally gain what the fuck am I saying? No, it's not incrementally anything. They just kind of randomly have. They're randomly assigned like whatever the value, whatever their actual, like what's actually in them. So there's like a super rare, there's like a treasure chest or two in each zone that probably has something really rare that sometimes people would want to like repeatedly go back and forth on. A little late to be casting Protect, isn't it? I had done that a while ago. Yeah. These guys are cool too, the fully armored dudes with the staves. And they shoulder check you if they want to attack. It's cool. I don't know, I like unusual stuff where like you mix things together. I don't think it's not that mages and robes are lame, but I like seeing them when they're actually like decked out in gear or armor, where it looks like they're more serious about fighting. The black mages in Final Fantasy XIV look weird. I don't mean that in the sense that they look bad, but the fact that the robes are... I don't know too much, maybe I have it wrong, but from what I've seen, it looks like the robes are more like leather looking, which is weird to me. Oh, the light! It burns! Woo! I swapped everything to dark mode. I didn't think I'd have to deal with this. The top of this doorway kind of reminds me of the Assassin's Creed symbol. Also, this is a very... It's a very, how would I describe it? Deliberate shot. That camera angle. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Is there all of this, like... Why is there all of this out here if the way to progress forward is through that one little staircase? Like, what's over here? More stuff? I'll take it. Ether's pretty good. And like normal exploration, you gain MP as you run around, so it's not as important for that, but if you're in the middle of a boss fight, you can't just run circles and wait for your MP to come back, usually. So oftentimes you'll need to pop an ether. Also, the running around to recover MP gets less. It's less worth it as time goes on, naturally, because your MP increases, and the rate at which it increases does not. So, no, the rate at which it comes back, it recovers, does not increase as well. So it's slower and slower to recover enough MP to use a spell that you'd actually want to use, because naturally, as you get into later in the game, you're using like the higher level versions of spells, so like instead of Cure, it's Cura or Curaga. The camera really loves this guy. I love him too, but like we've had so many scenes in a row of him ominously walking. No, don't take the helmet off.
You have grown very thin, Bosch.
Oh, fear.
Less than a shadow. Less than a man. Sentenced to death, and yet you live? Why?
To silence Hondor. How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vayne himself? Is he not one of your masters?
Blonde Fear.
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanasta, the woman Amalia. Who could that be? Such a faithful hound to cling so to a falling kingdom.
It's impressive that Bosch is still fucking ripped, despite being hung up in this cage for so long.
Throwing it away, as you threw away our homeland.
Who's there?
This the place?
The party
The mist
people.
is flowing through this room. It must be going somewhere.
You're no Imperials. Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead, especially when they happen to be Kingslayers.
I did not kill him.
Is that so? Huh. Glad to hear it.
Please, get me out. For the sake of Dalmasca.
Vaughn's mad.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died. Every single one. Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet. The guards will hear.
Stop throwing your piss fit, Vaughn. You can do it
I'm
later.
dropping it.
Nice axe kick.
Pirates without a sky.
Oh. Yeah, this is safe. Alright, express elevator to hell. Let's go. This is the second time in the row that we've crashed into crashed and made a giant, hole through solid stone and ended up underground somewhere horrible. Oh, nice. No, let him get some hits in.
Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but he's a...
Although, admittedly, Bosch has been like hung up for a while, so maybe he's like maybe his bones are made out of butter by now.
If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
Taking the violent hobo look he's got going on. Barheim Passage. Alright, we're almost back to civilization. We've got one more dungeon, everybody. 2,500 gil. Holy cow. I am down for that. There's a button here. Appears to be some sort of switch. Nada. Let's have a look. Oh, Balthier's an electrical engineer too, is he? The fuse is blown. That would explain why there's no power reaching the switch. If the wiring is any indication, I'd say this is a central power relay of some sort. As it stands, I doubt we'll find much still running down here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I played this game through a couple times. This specific dungeon stands out in my memory because it's got a little mini game to it that's kind of fun. This is Burrow. Don't get many visitors down here. You come scavenger for odds and ends, have you? Oh, the way back out, it's back up those stairs. To smithereens, you say? Then there's nothing left but to find some other way out through these tunnels. You'll need to get the power working again before that gate'll budge, though. The fuse in that contraption up the stairs is blown, but this ought to fix it up. Made that tube fuse from parts I found down in these very tunnels. It's as good as any as you'll find. You'll better than most, mark my words. Want to make it out of here alive, best go prepared. It may be I have something you'd want to purchase, eh? Cypress pole. Looks like he's selling tier 2 stuff. Can we? We can't. Okay, we'll come back to this guy. One's got knives 2. Get him light armor 3. Brown. Maybe I should have saved some license. I didn't know what this guy sold. Got a mage masher, that'll be good for Vaughn. Got an oaken pole for Balthier. I'd prefer over the gun. Right now, Fran isn't using much of anything. We'll have her stick with the bow for right now. We could buy her a mace and have her like go up close and personal. That might be interesting, but I think as it currently stands, no. And better armor for everybody. Go. Oh, arrows. So there's ammunition in this game. Onion is just the default. Is just like the default version of like everything. So you need arrows for bows. You need bolts for crossbows. You need shot for guns, and you need bombs for hand bombs, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because it's like, what are the hand bombs just like catapults you're using to launch the bombs? Because the characters use them like they're throwing grenades. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. There's a push. There's also plenty of echo herbs might be useful. I think we're good on that. Get Libra for Vaughn. Pick up Dark for Fran. And I think she's able to learn Thunder? I'm not sure. Slow as well. She's going to pick that up at some point. Foe targeting leader. Foe targeting self. Targeting self might be useful. Foe highest, lowest, max HP. Maybe lowest to help with targeting. Self, ally. We're fine, I think. I think we're good. Don't need a longsword. Might use the Kotetsu later. We've got 2 Altairs for some reason. Got a dagger. We don't need that. A bunch of old armor. Okay, we're doing good on money. We're doing fine on money. Sell 1 Oricea omelet. Omelet? Armlet. Equip that on Fran. Onion shot we'll keep around in case someone else picks up a gun. I don't think we will, but it couldn't hurt. Haven't sold any of this shit. I have no idea why they put the teleport stone in the loot section, because it really isn't. It really isn't. Sure. Eye drops, sure. Eye drops at a 50, like a 33% discount. There we go. Okay, Bosch has a pole, and the Vaultier has a pole. I like it. I dig it. Heal up real quick and save after our shopping decisions. I think once we get through this dungeon, I think I'll call it for a day. Like pick it up after that next time. Install the tube fuse. Charge. Okay, yeah, this is the little bonus mechanic that the game has going for it. Yeah, you see, so that charge tells. They'll explain it in a little bit, but this is how you keep the place lit. The darker the area is, the more dangerous it gets. I think. So that fuse did the trick, but that don't change the fact that it's dangerous down here. If there's anything you want to be buying, be about it. Yeah. Press the switch. I see you got the gate open. Ought to be able to look for all manner of ways out now. While the lights are on, the passage ain't so bad, but let the charge drop and some fierce beasts are coming out in the dark. Opening the gate probably took the charge down some. That gauge ought to show you how much charge is left. About 30% to operate some of the size of these gates, I'd say. Damn, this wiring sucks. Who knows how many more of these gates they got down here. You look for these switchboards, you ought to be able to make your way. It takes 30% of like the total limited power of the whole passageway. Oh yeah, so that's a battery mimic. The thing sucks the charge down.
One of those?
I've heard of these. Mimics. They disguise themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
It gets bad down here.
Lights out, and it's worse in the dark. Much worse. So, let them get too close to one of those conduits, and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
Okay, zombies down. Just gotta get the battery mimic. The charge steadily goes down. You'll see in a second when you kill a battery mimic. There we go. Tiny mimic. When you kill a battery mimic, the charge goes back up, like basically the amount that they were draining. You'll run into them intermittently, and then the charge steadily goes back down as like mimics around just kind of suck on the stuff. Then when it gets dark out and zombies start spawning, which is annoying. I think it's better for XP if you fight them. Damn, Balthier. Yeah, Bosch isn't that useful currently because he just punches shit. Yeah, let's look at the Mage Masher. That's a nice looking knife. I like that. I thought it was pretty neat how in this game they let you. In this game, you can actually see what the weapon looks like, which I always appreciate. That wasn't super duper common. Used to be the all the weapons and armor you would equip were just like numbers, and in this game the armor's still just numbers. But back in, you know, seeing the weapon was like a whole deal. I remember, what was it? There's a game, one of those Star Ocean games, that actually put the weapon that your character had equipped in the cutscene, I think, and I thought that was the craziest shit when I saw it for the first time. I was like, whoa! He equipped the weapon, it's what shows up in the cutscene instead of like some other thing. Because like you'll notice in the cutscenes in this game, since the characters can use pretty much anything, that means that when you have a cutscene, they don't actually use that like any weapons. They just kind of stand. They just kind of stand there and like pose, and then they only do the fighting like in gameplay. I play Final Fantasy 9 and 10 like after 12, like just as like a long form thing for this stream, this whole streaming channel. I really like the Final Fantasy games, the older ones at least, back before they got really a little more actiony. I don't know. It might be just because I'm like old-fashioned and lame, but I really like the I really like the older style of doing things. It felt more, I don't know, casual, which I appreciated. Games have gotten a lot more intense recently, I think. You might notice that, but like a lot of games nowadays are trying to cash in on the whole esports thing. But like back before esports was the big deal, and even a little bit afterwards, games were still just kind of like, it's like just an experience that you make. It's a fun little game. Jesus. A lot of combos on this team. Very cool. Okay, we can't go down there. So yeah, now our charge is at 100%, and it's staying up there. That's because we've killed all the battery mimics in the area. So once charge is up to max, once charge is up to max like that, and you've killed all the battery mimics, they're not draining anything anymore. So it stays like that, right up until you open a door or something, I guess. Nice. Alright, both here, ready to pick up those poles? You're a pole man now. Oh, nah. Hang on. Soon we'll have a musk stick. Oh, I'm excited. Did we get that second pole thing for Volthier? I guess not. We got red battle mage, and I think after that for Fran we'll make her a black mage. I'm not sure. I know she's got fire and thunder, slow, and dark. Yeah, the magics and techniques like list can get pretty fucking massive if you keep picking up new types of magic on people. Where are you going? Where the hell are you going? Hello, buddy? Oh, we lost him. Oh, he's running off to the power. Nice kick, Bosch. That looked fancy. Is this a real treasure chest? Okay, cool, we're good. Yeah, the mimics, they may not look like they mimic much, but they actually do a really good job of pretending to be treasure chests. Especially since the treasure chests are designed like that for some reason. And we'll see it happen at some point. Maybe not here, but I know mimics pop up again later in the game. Also really curious. I'm also really eager to hear more about like I really like immersive RPGs too, so I'm really curious to hear like how Avowed's going, if like whenever we get news on that. Obsidian's got a lot of projects like in the works right now that I really want to know more about, and I hope they turn out good. I think right now the main thing they're focusing on is Grounded. I hope they. I haven't heard much about that. I know it's been chugging along, and apparently it's got a decent player base from what I heard. I'm not sure though. So I wish it good things. Alright, cool. We've got the map. Yeah, it's pretty. The dungeons in this game are pretty linear, especially in the beginning. So nothing too crazy going on. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, this game, the background music for this place is like scorched in my memory. I don't think I'll ever be rid of it. It's combo Bosch. I like it. I like it a lot. Little tiny mimics are so fucking cute. not well, maybe cute's the wrong one, but they're so fucking small. And you just gang up on them and beat the shit out of them like that. It's brutal. Yeah, I think my plan for Bosch is to make him a knight, and I'm gonna make Balthier like a monk Bushi, and I'm gonna make Bosch a knight Bushi, because apparently Bushis are like really fucking strong, especially late in the game. Think I have any weaknesses? Oh, I don't know, because... Hang on, let's put Libra on real quick. Weak to Blizzard. Okay, Fran, does she have that? That's the one we don't have. Fortunate. I wish for a couple reasons that we got Rex instead of Vaughn. I know Rex probably would have been like a... I don't know if he would have been a very interesting character, like personality-wise, but I definitely feel like the... I think it would have been interesting just to have him go up and be like, "You stabbed me!" when talking to Bosch. And like, I don't know, I feel like he'd be more... I guess I'd hope that he'd be a bit more plot-relevant. Vaughn's got a lot of stuff that tangentially relates him to the story, but I don't think there's much besides that. The story doesn't need him, that's for sure. There we go. I like the animations in this game, they're pretty smooth. There's a commercial over in Japan for like a little bit after Final Fantasy XII came out, or like around that window of time, where they were apparently advertising this like energy drink that was based off of the potions in the game. And I remember there's like this fucking video, there's this commercial they made for it, and you know how goofy Japanese commercials are. It was like a man and a woman were both like reaching for a potion on a shelf, and then they both kind of like locked eyes, you know, like it was about to be a standoff, and then they both started using like these like goofy looking kind of these goofy looking like magic powers, and I think the woman beats the man and gets like the potion, and then like at the end of the commercial they just both drink it, and then they do the little... I'm just gonna waste one to show you this little animation that you get with where like you get the drop. And then the little number pops up. They actually put that in the commercial over like the real live action like actors for that commercial, which I thought was kind of cute. I think this is a mimic. No, okay. They're making me paranoid. We haven't even seen one yet, but it makes me paranoid. I swear. I haven't had a DM in D&D like really fuck me with mimics. 3 gil, thanks, buddy. I haven't had a DM in D&D like fuck me over with that yet, but one day it'll happen, and then my trust will be forever ruined. Both my trust in the DM and my trust in like anything in the game in general. Especially because I'm pretty sure mimics in D&D don't have to be treasure chests. That's just a good example. Like, oh, I open up my closet to like, you know, to change into my pajamas for the day, and then just, oh, the closet eats you. Oh no. Oh god, I looped back around. Oh god, I went backwards. I'm an idiot. I was running off of pure instinct, and I was like, oh yeah, we're coming back to a place where there's enemies, and I found treasure chests I haven't hit before. That I have to be going in the right direction, but no. Just double checking, just making sure that I got everything, like a good gamer. This thing weak to arrow. Do we have arrow? I don't think we do.
Yeah.
I always find element systems goofy in games like this, especially when you get to Persona. I think one thing Persona showed me is that elements could really just be whatever the hell you want them to be. Because, like, it's pretty standard for the most part. It's like, oh yeah, we've got wind, we've got lightning, we've got fire, and we've got ice, right? Pretty standard. And then, like, Persona gets a little out there where it's like, now we've got psychic, we've got nuclear. Meanwhile, in this game, we've got, it's just like, it's like your standard 3, fire, lightning, ice, and then after that it's like, there's dark, holy, there's wind, there's, I think that's it. I don't think there's any beyond that, I'm not sure. Oh, flans. The fucking way the flans attack is so goofy. The little, like, tentacle spin thing, that's funny. I'm playing this game has me opened up. I keep thinking of other RPGs I want to play, but they're so fucking long. It's like, it's kind of a dedication each time. Nice. Potion, nice. Add that onto the giant pile I've got growing in my pocket. I think the first Final Fantasy I like actually played was probably Final Fantasy 9? It was either 9 or 10. I got into it pretty late, and then I doubled back around and picked up like one of the older ones for DS, I think. But I remember being super confused. No, it was 10. Or I remember this moment of confusion I had happened in Final Fantasy X, where I was trying to figure out how to heal my guys, but I kept running out of potions. So I was like, isn't there like some healing magic or something? Shouldn't there be something else here that lets me heal? Like, this is really hard. And then I realized that Yuna in 10 had like healing magic, but like I didn't know until I started actually reading. I was like an impatient child, so like I wouldn't read tooltips or anything like that. But it wasn't until I actually hovered over Cure and read that it healed it healed health, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Cure is like for disease, isn't it? Why does curing heal your wounds? Like I don't think I thought that much about it, but I did think that it was really weird that they called it Cure. I still think it's weird. I misclicked that. Hang on. Or mistapped that, I guess. Mispressed. Alright, come on, Vaughn. Pull the other one out. There we go. Gotta use the potions now. They're potent right now, but my characters are gonna keep getting more health, and that's gonna make this more difficult. Just fucking melt, it's goofy. Thing, a doodad up here I need to finagle with. I don't think I'm coming back to that shopkeeper. I've come too far, and it would take too long to go all the way back. And then we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that Balthier doesn't have like an impeccable weapon right now, and Franz in a weird spot. I mean, the mace only would have been 1 more damage. I don't think it matters that much. Kind of goofy how there's like all these cables going everywhere. Bosch straight up just doesn't do damage. That's funny. What the hell? Why is this flan dipping around so much? Holy cow. Look at him go. Right button? Press it. That did something. Hear a loud sound open from the south. The gate is open. There we go. Bosch is level 9. Holy cow. Very ahead of the curve. Scary. I don't know if this changed, but I remember there was one thing that's annoying in this game, and that once we pick up enough party members that like we can't have them all out at the same time, it gets a little frustrating because they don't all get XP. They don't get XP when they're not in combat, so it's easy. It is possible to stagger their levels, and that means you have to constantly switch people in and out. Up here? I don't think I checked this area out yet. Oh, I definitely have not. Oh, Flan E, you're running into a lot of these guys. Give it to me. There we go. Potion. Worth it. One thing about Cura that I miss is that it's the way they did the levels increasing for the spells is really strange. Final Fantasy always was inconsistent about which spells do single target and which spells don't. Oh no, wait, don't do that, don't do that. Can I cancel that? There we go. We're good, we're good. Don't want to tangle with bombs right now. We get a Gambit slot for. Does Vaughn have a spot available? No. We need to grab one for him. That's a lot of health. That. He'll be helpful. He does take a lot of hits. Regrettably. This game has a lot of hidden mechanics that make it hard to understand without like a guide. One of them is that the way katanas work in this game is that I think they take damage from both strength and magic power for some reason. The Bosch has his gangly ass hair in control. And now he has an
Nice
actual
moves there,
weapon.
Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex.
Bond's mad.
He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed
Rex
him.
dead, baby.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
Their little explanation for why Bosch isn't a bad guy.
That's all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I. Living in
Time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later.
We found them! What if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Sir, we have little time. You must go to
As I
King.
feared. They're slowing us
home,
down.
Captain Oculus,
I'll
and
handle
for my
these.
parents. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
So this is really confusing. This is really confusingly put.
A twin brother.
So,
Fancy that.
so Bosch didn't actually kill the king, or all of those dudes,
the
or
pieces
Rex.
fit
His
onto you that
fucking twin brother
And he didn't
did
look
while
like you.
wearing the exact same clothes.
I don't believe you.
Also, that
course
judge
not.
we saw that looks exactly like
It
Balthier.
was
Yeah,
my
that's
fault that Rex
Balthier's
was
brother.
there.
So we have two separate two
sorry.
separate party members in this game that
brother.
have brothers
trusted you.
that betrayed
He
their
trusted you and
country, I
lost
guess.
everything.
Or not betrayed their country,
can I
but like
believe
went
you?
and joined the Empire and are doing nefarious
Not
shit
me,
behind the
then.
scenes.
Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now, surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything.
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
Alright, so we're like halfway through, I think. We're down in the the lower part. So Bosch is actually useful now because he's got armor and a sword, so he can actually do proper damage. Should make the rest of this a little bit less rough. We're a pretty long ways down. I don't think we can dip back to the store, guys, so we'll just keep going with what we've got right now. Doing on licenses. Franz got a little spaced. Got a pointy hat. I'm down for that. There it is. There's a real mimic. Ah, fuck you. Okay. Murder this thing. Yeah, that's how they pretend to be. Treasure chests. They like nestle themselves up. So like that's the little four little things this chest is standing on. Those are the legs, and the thing in the middle is like its thorax, and then I guess its whole ass head pops out of that. While it does the big like spinny maneuver. Oh, they're colored slightly differently, so you can kind of tell. The treasure chests are a little duller, but these are more colorful. This one? Oh, hang. Take care of this one first. The battery mimics are like a lot fatter than the other ones. God damn, who did 100 damage? Was that you, Bosch? God, holy shit. I think this one's a mimic. Yes, okay, yeah, you can tell. Yeah, Bosch is doing like nearly 100 damage. Oh god. He's doing work. That sword's probably been sitting in a dusty old passage for like forever. But he's doing work with it. I'm just squashing bugs in an old mine. That's it. It's pest control. Normal chest. There we go. I used to be so bad with consumable items in Final Fantasy. Like, it's a thing I still struggle with, but, like, I have a hard time using things that are consumable just because, like, if I don't have a way to get it back, like, how can I be secure in my use of it? What if I need one later, you know? Like, you know the whole ProZD sketch about, like, not using an ether when he's out of MP, and he's just like, and it's just like, what if I need it later? This is the final boss, but I only have 95 of them. Can't buy them in stores. Love rocks. They fetch good prices. Cherry staff. Wait, can anyone? I don't think anyone can equip staves. No, the red mage is he's doing his own thing. He equips maces. Ooh. I probably should have made Fran an archer first instead of a battle mage. Whatever. I'm trying to remember when they let you pick up the second license board. I'm not sure. Acapella. You've acquired Acapella. I don't think we can go much further. Okay. Bet you this game had fishing. This would be a pretty sick place to fish. Probably get like battery fish or something like that. Fish up a lightning elemental or whatever. Am I going now this way? Okay. Yeah, there's a little icon, there's a little thing you see at the bottom of the screen there with the map up. That's supposed to give you a tip on how to proceed, but sometimes it's just Vaughn reacting to shit, which isn't as useful. Like when you're down in the dungeons, he's like, Nalbina dungeons? Great. Just great, which doesn't tell you anything. Chest down there I missed. I have to grab it. I have to grab it. I can't let it go. I've seen it. I gotta go get it. At least I cleared everything out on the way there. One thing I like about the battle system in this game compared to the older Final Fantasies is that it was like a whole... There's a lot more time dedication with the older ones, where if you go into a fight, the game has to do this whole transition scene to the combat screen, and then after you finish it, there's a whole transition like back to like the normal game. And that takes a surprising amount of time. Like, it adds a surprising amount of time. And also, the XP, like, the XP increase and the gil and, like, the whole victory screen also take up time. So that all combined... Oh, we got skeletons now. But that all combined makes it so that... That all combined makes it so that it takes a little longer in those games to get through just a random fight than it is in this game. Oh yeah, our frontliners are getting health. Lots of health. A lot of you guys. Iron Helm. No one wears heavy armor in my group. A lot of you guys. Wow, there's way more skeletons than I was expecting. Didn't think it'd make this much of a difference when you hit like low level light, to be honest. I was expecting like maybe a zombo or two, like once in a while. I didn't expect a whole army of skeletons. expect a spooky brigade to come down and menace me in the mines. I like all of the charge, but nearly. I like how the lighting just completely changes as the charge meter goes up. It's a great detail. Gonna save Crystal. I think the boss is up ahead. After which we'll be done. Dun 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 dun. Ew. Ew. Yeah, so that's where all the mimics are coming from. I guess this is what happens when you don't maintain your electrical equipment down in the mines. Yeah, this is the Mimic Queen. There's a bit of a gimmick to this boss fight where you have to clean out like the little side batteries, because otherwise I think they come back and heal the queen or something. I think that's how this works. We're just cleaning up house here. Just get rid of her children. Get her, literally suffocate her newborns as they come out. We're doing the right thing, everybody. Yeah, let's take a look. If she's got any weaknesses. It's ice again. Did I miss Blizzard somewhere? I should have picked it up. Do we have anything that does ice damage? No, we don't. Alright, we're gonna have to just roll with it. Back here, dumb son of a bitch. This really is an MMO boss with all the like additional mobs you have to worry about. One thing that I do really like about Final Fantasy XIV is that they made it so that you don't really have to, like, the bosses in the game aren't just like it's not just you wailing at a giant health bar. There is a lot of that, but that's not the whole thing. Oh, Shock Storm. There's the special ability. How bad is it? Heavy. Oof. Heal everyone up real quick. Oh, there we go. Easy, not bad. You just gotta kill our kids. That's all you gotta do. Well, so much for leaving the way open for other people, I guess. That poor guy. Burrow's gonna have to figure some way out of there, man. And we're out. Into the desert. Woo.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Where are we?
The Estes Sand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanasta before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
Yep, we're in the Ester Sand. We need to go over here. I think, is how it works. And then there's like a little teleportation crystal down there if we want to take the easy way out. Or... oh no, wait, we have to go south, that's what it is. Yeah, north is somewhere else. Heal, I didn't need it, because we've got over here. Save right here, and I think that'll be it for tonight. Thank you very much for staying here with me. Hope you guys enjoyed your time here. That's gonna be it for the streams for the weekend. I think next time I pop up is oh no, I don't think I'm streaming on Thursday because I have something big I need to do on Friday. So I want to leave Thursday open to prepare and get some early make sure I get a full night of sleep. So yeah, no weekday streams this week. Instead, I might stream on Friday, but that's definitely an if I feel like it sort of situation. So don't count on that. But next time I'm guaranteed to see you guys will likely be next Saturday. So hope you guys sit tight until then, and I hope you have a fabulous week. With that said, goodbye. God, I'm bad at these outros, man. Anyway, get the fuck out of here.